Hey, what's up? It's Nathan Williams with Crazy Marketing. Now this video right here is a compilation of several videos that help make up the course that you're taking right now. Now to help you navigate through everything, I've provided timestamps down below in the description. So I recommend going, check out those timestamps, watching what's relevant to you. Let's get into it. All right, so this is gonna be a quick little video. Basically, I wanna make sure that you're in this section with a reason, and you have a reason to be here so you're not wasting any time. So this section is on ActiveCampaign. So if you're gonna use ActiveCampaign, you have interest in using ActiveCampaign, you might wanna use ActiveCampaign. Anything about ActiveCampaign, I'd stick around for this section and learn how to use ActiveCampaign. If you're using the ClickFunnels follow-up system, I have another section dedicated to that system, so you could go down there, watch those videos. Now, if you're not using ActiveCampaign or the ClickFunnels follow-up system, I have another lesson on how to integrate with other third-party marketing automation tools. Now, that video is not going to be as in-depth as ActiveCampaign or the ClickFunnels system, and that's because I don't know those other platforms as well. I use ActiveCampaign. I like ActiveCampaign a lot. I highly recommend ActiveCampaign. It's very flexible, adaptable. It works with a bunch of different tools, a bunch of different squeeze page, landing page, opt-in form softwares. It works with Shopify, works with a ton of different tools. The ClickFunnels follow-up system, it's fine. I don't personally use it. I use ActiveCampaign. It works nicely with ClickFunnels too. But the ClickFunnels follow-up system, it's decent enough. And if you're using the Platinum ClickFunnels plan and you have it and you want to use it, I have that training on there, and it'll be a full stack training system. And I know how to use it and everything. So it's good training down there. But again, if you don't use ActiveCampaign or the ClickFunnels follow-up system, I have a simple little training on how to connect your automation tool with ClickFunnels. And so I just don't want you to waste your time. If you're not using ActiveCampaign, leave this section and go to the correct section for what you need. All right, thanks.
In this section of the course, we will be discussing ActiveCampaign. And first things first, we're going to do an intro of ActiveCampaign and this module, and that's what this video is. Then we're going to get into the initial setup for ActiveCampaign. Then we'll get into funnel integrations, basic automation progression, advanced order tracking, and then advanced OTO or one-time offer automations. So what exactly is ActiveCampaign? Well, it is a marketing automation tool, which means that it can automatically send out emails, text messages, and webhooks. And webhooks allow you to connect to like thousands of other services for things like direct mail and ringless voicemail. So ActiveCampaign allows you to automate a whole bunch of your engagements with your leads and your customers and just makes your life a lot easier. Now, the ActiveCampaign plan you will need is just the light plan. They do have other plans, and those other plans include helpful things like a CRM tool and deep data integration. Now, whether you need that type of stuff is up to you, but all you're going to need for this course is a light plan, and actually the only plan I use is the light plan. So the light plan is more than enough to get you started, and we'll go over it in just a minute here. Now, I also want to point out that this is not a full-fledged ActiveCampaign course. It's just enough to get you started in the right direction. Now, I do have a full-fledged ActiveCampaign and interest-driven sales funnel course, and if you are a member of the Sales Funnel Training Vault, you already have access to the course. So you can take that and learn the ins and outs of ActiveCampaign. And if you don't have access to this course, send me an email and I'll give you a great discount on the course if you are interested in taking it. And no, you don't have to take this ActiveCampaign and interest-driven sales funnel course to find success with ActiveCampaign. More than likely, you can figure out a lot of it on your own. But if you really want to accelerate your learning, that course is there for you.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying the training. Real quick, I have a special offer that I want to present to you where you can get a digital copy of my book as well as an audio copy. Plus, I'm giving away 20 pre-written emails that make your email writing a piece of cake. And finally, I have a 7-figure funnel. It's the first funnel that I built that generated over 7 figures for a small business, and it includes training on how to actually set up the funnel. If you're interested in that, plus several other bonuses, link in the description down below, or there'll be a link in the little box up above here. So if you're interested, check it out. Back to the training.
So moving on here, so how does ActiveCampaign really work? Well, the big thing here is tags. And if you're not familiar with what a tag is, basically it's just a bit of information we can attach to a subscriber. And subscribers can have an unlimited number of tags applied to their account, and different subscribers can have the same tag. So there are no limitations to any of these tags, and you can have a tag for anything. In particular, in our case, we'll use tags when people opt into our email list. So we could assign a tag for a particular lead magnet. And we'll also assign tags for when people purchase products and services. And when we assign tags to our subscribers, we're able to trigger different automations, so different email series based on what tags are applied to their account. And we can also segment our subscribers based on tags, so we can see who purchased what, who opted in for what, etc. So tags are the big deal with ActiveCampaign, and as we go through examples, you'll get an idea of how these tags work and how they're used to trigger automations and segment your subscribers. Now, there are two ways to transmit tags and field data, and I'll speak much more on field data in the advanced section of this module. But the first way we're going to transmit tags to ActiveCampaign is straight from ClickFunnels into ActiveCampaign, and we're going to go over that in one of these follow-on videos. And then, as I was saying, the advanced way, so we can go from ClickFunnels to Zapier, which is a third-party tool that can transmit a whole bunch more data and information like shipping information and unique IDs over to ActiveCampaign, and that's that field data that I was talking about. And again, we'll discuss this in a follow-on video. Now, there are two reasons to assign tags, and I just hit on it. So when somebody becomes a new contact, so we get a new lead, we would assign a tag for whatever lead magnet they requested or why they opted into your email list. And you can capture this lead data with a squeeze page, and you could also capture it with a two-step order form. And also, you'll want to assign tags when they make a purchase. So whether it's an initial purchase, an OTO, or a downsell, you'll want to track what your customers are buying, so that way you can trigger different automations and segment them based on their purchases as well. So again, in this module, we'll be talking all about ActiveCampaign, so let's just go straight into it.
In this video, we're going to go ahead and set up our ActiveCampaign account and go through a few basic settings to get everything integrated and configured and everything so we could set up our funnel. So here I am on ActiveCampaign.com. Also, I have a link down below this video and also in the course notes, an affiliate link. So if you want to support me, I appreciate it. If not, just go to ActiveCampaign.com. You can go ahead and visit their website, read all about it, all their features and all that other stuff, like read to your heart's content. For this video, we're just going to get into it, and we're going to start our free trial. So I'm going to put my email in here, Nathan at CF Course V4. Okay, start my free trial. And then what is your name? So Nathan, and then next step. And can we get your phone number? No. And next step. And then tell us about your business. Doesn't really matter. Your ActiveCampaign account is going to be the same no matter what. They're just trying to see if they could sell you on a bigger plan, basically. So it doesn't really matter what you do here. All right, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, I do integrate with tools, but I can handle it myself. Password, go ahead and set that real quick. And then take me to my account. All right, so we have a few different options here, and I'm gonna close it because we're gonna do it from scratch here. All right, so I'm gonna keep going, and we could hit start learning. So if you wanna pop that menu back up, you could definitely go ahead and do that. Now, real quick before we get into it, if you come down to this unlock features area and wait for it to load, what you want to go ahead and pay attention to is what plan you're on. Now, currently I'm on the free trial plan, so I'm limited to 100 contacts and 100 emails sending limit or whatever. So that is what it is, But then when your free trial is over, you want to make sure that you're on the right plan for you. I recommend the light plan. It has everything you need. It's what I use. And then if you need something more advanced, then you need something more advanced, and you can, do it yourself. Upgrade, get the CRM solution, whatever else you need. But the light plan is all you need, and it starts $9 a month paid yearly. Just make sure you're on 500 contacts and so on. So I just want to point that out. When you're done with your free trial, all you need is that light plan. And I think I said that in another video as well. So light plan is all it is. And then let's go into our settings real quick. And we have a few settings over here to go ahead and mess with. So let's go to account and see what options we have. So here we can go ahead and set up our name and email and login information, basically. Make sure we're in the right time zone. That could be important for tracking and everything. So just make sure all this stuff looks right. Then we'll go ahead and set up an address. You need to have an address on all your emails going out. That's part of the law. The law requires you have an actual physical address in your email. So might as well set that up real quick. Crazy Media LLC, and add address. So there, my address is already good to go. Users and groups. So you could go ahead and create users and groups as well. So if you have other people going into your ActiveCampaign account, you could give them, access to certain areas or not areas. Deals, that's part of the CRM solution. So if you have the CRM solution, you could go ahead and configure that here. Notifications, also, I believe this is part of the CRM solution. And so we're not going to discuss it. Advanced, so this could be handy right here. Email deliverability, so there's authentication. The default is ActiveCampaign manages deliverability and authentication for me. So this is good if you have like a smaller list, under, let's say, 10,000 people. You probably want to let ActiveCampaign handle the deliverability for you. Whereas if you have a larger list, you probably want to go ahead and manage your own email authentication. Now, you need to know what you're doing to do this, because you're going to need to warm up this gives you like a server basically, and you need to warm it up properly and all this other stuff. So it's kind of advanced. If you go this route, make sure you do some research on it first to make sure that you're doing it properly, because you could crush your domain, your emails, and make them all go to the spam folder. So if you don't know what you're doing, stay away from this until you know what you're doing, and just go with ActiveCampaign. It'll handle it for you. You can also configure your date and time settings here. All right, coming on down, we have appearance. You can make it, a little customized if you want to. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Domain settings, we got to upgrade our account to do that. Not going to do that. All right, developer settings. So this is what we need to do in order to integrate with ClickFunnels. So good thing we're here. Let's go ahead and grab our URL and come over to ClickFunnels and go to account settings. And we want to go to integrations, and we want to go ahead and do a new integration. And we want to go ahead and select ActiveCampaign, and we want to throw our API URL in here. Note it's in a different order than, see, the URL is on top here, and it's on the bottom over here. I've definitely put it in the wrong spot several times. That's why I'm pointing it out to you, that they're in two different spots. So the key is up top here. All right, add integration. Oh, got to name it. So this is my Crazy Eye Marketing AC integration. So Crazy Eye Marketing ActiveCampaign integration. All right, cool. Save it. So that's good. Of course, we're going to use this integration later on, so we got it in place. All right, let's keep on going down. So tracking. So this lets us track people's engagement on our pages of our website. So we probably want to turn this on and slap this code on our funnel, so that way we can see how people are engaging with our pages. Track them in ActiveCampaign. You could trigger automations based off of pages viewed, and segmentation based off of pages viewed, and all sorts of stuff. So let's go ahead and turn this on real quick. I recommend doing it. We do need to whitelist our domain first. Let me go grab my domain. I can't remember what I picked off the top of my head. So let's come over here. So my domain is this one right here, cfcoursev4.com. Let's throw this in here, add it. And so we want it for all website pages, and we want to make sure site tracking is turned on. So now we need to go ahead and grab this tracking code and copy and paste the tracking code into the footer of your site. So let's grab it real quick. Come back over to ClickFunnels, go to funnel level settings, remember in that blue area here, and we want to go to body tracking code. I know it says paste it in the footer, but this is as close to the footer as we can get is the body. So we'll paste it in here. It is what it is, and save and update settings. So now our code is installed on our funnel. And let's keep on going down. Conversation, so this is like a chat system. We're not going to mess with it. It's an advanced thing, and it kicked us out of our settings area. Let's keep going to integrations. And this is ActiveCampaign integration. So this is where you could go ahead and integrate with other tools like Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Square, Facebook. So this is what I was talking about, where ActiveCampaign is very flexible and adaptable, and you can connect with other tools. Whereas like the ClickFunnels follow-up system is not very flexible, and you can't connect to a lot of different platforms. So that's where ActiveCampaign is awesome. Plus it's easier to use than everything else. Site messages, you can choose where those go. Not sure what that means exactly. Conversions, so if you want to set up and track conversions, which I think is an advanced feature and you got to pay extra, it's not part of the light plan. Save responses, so this has to do with your CRM. Calendar, if you have a calendar of events, you could go ahead and manage that. And then we have security and login information and all that type of stuff. So we've gone through like all the critical stuff that I wanted to cover in this video. I wanted to set up our address here, get that done. I wanted to do our developer so we could integrate with ClickFunnels, so we set up our API and that type of information. I also wanted to do this tracking stuff and install the tracking code on our funnel and whitelist our domain. So those were the main things I wanted to cover in this video, and we'll cover even more in follow-on videos. Alright, so in the last video, we went straight into the ActiveCampaign settings where we connected ClickFunnels to ActiveCampaign, and we set up our site tracking, and we added our address, and we looked at some other settings that ActiveCampaign offers. But I figured I should probably give you a quick tour of ActiveCampaign, and also we need to set up a list. So let's get into it. Right here is your dashboard. So this is what you see when you log into ActiveCampaign, and it gives you a snapshot, a summary of your ActiveCampaign account. You can customize it a little bit, like you can drag things around or remove things if you want to. You can also hit this little gray, black, brown, not brown, but gray thing, and you could add a couple other options like interaction rate and interaction trend. I have nothing going on, so it looks pretty plain, but anyway, that's your dashboard. Over on the right-hand side, you have recent activity, and this is like a live feed of what's going on in your account. People subscribing, clicking things, opening things, unsubscribing, etc. Kind of neat to see, I guess. Left-hand side is your navigation menu. You can go ahead and search real quick for contacts. You can also go into contacts here and go through these menu items. So contacts, campaigns, automations, deals, conversations, lists, forms, reports. Now your account might not have all of these, like deals and conversations are only available for the higher end accounts, and if you have those features enabled, like conversations is extra, I think, no matter what account you have. So you might not see some of these, but anyway, if you click into one of them, let's just go into automations for the sake of example. You see it brings you to another sub menu here. So we have automations, manage messages, automation map, and then you can create an automation. And we're going to come into several of these different topics throughout the training here, because we're going to set up some basic automations and things of that nature. So we're going to cover what you need to know in order to integrate ClickFunnels with ActiveCampaign. And then let's just go ahead and set up our list now. So come down to lists, and you'll see that there is a master contact list already, but we want to add a separate list for our business. Now ActiveCampaign is very flexible. You can have as many lists as you want, or you could also have one list. And that's what I do. I have and recommend having one distinct list for your business, and then you segment your contacts based off of tags and other parameters. But if you want to have multiple lists and multiple tags and do all that other stuff, you could do that as well. So it's a very flexible tool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just create one list. So I'm going to call it my Crazy Eye Marketing list, and then I'll link to my website. So you purchased or requested a lead magnet from Crazy Eye Marketing, and then add. So there we go. I have my list set up, and of course we're going to add contacts to it. And that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of ActiveCampaign, and then also show you where to go to set up a list, because we're going to need it for these follow-on videos. In this video, I'm going to tell ClickFunnels when we want to send subscriber information and tag information into ActiveCampaign. So as a quick reminder, there are two reasons to assign tags to somebody. The first one is when there's new contact information going from ClickFunnels into ActiveCampaign. So somebody's becoming a lead, and you can do that at two different points during a squeeze page. So on a squeeze page, somebody opts in for a lead magnet of some sort, and you capture their contact information. So you want to send that information into ActiveCampaign, so you could send them an email and all that other stuff. You can also capture their lead information on a two-step order form, and you can use this for cart abandonment. That's what I usually use it for. So you capture their information after step 1, and then hopefully they go to step 2 and they buy the product. But if they only go to step 1, you still capture their contact information. So we're going to cover both of these methods in this video here. And then also you want to assign tags when somebody purchases something, so they become a customer, and you can assign tags on the initial order form pages, on OTO pages, and downsell pages. So those are the times that you could go ahead and tag people for buying things. So let's head over to ClickFunnels and set all this stuff up. And so here I am in my funnel, and we're just going to go through the entire funnel, through each step, and add the integrations where we need to add them, so that way we make sure we have the correct information flowing from ClickFunnels into ActiveCampaign, so we could set up automations and do all that other cool fancy stuff. So this first page here is a squeeze page where somebody could, for example, request a coupon for a pair of shoes. So that's what we're going to set up, is a coupon or a shoe funnel. Even though it looks like I'm selling a book, pretend like I'm selling shoes, okay? We're going to pretend. So anyway, I'm on my squeeze page, and to set up the integration, I want to go to Settings and Integrations, and select my integration and do SEM AC integration, and I want to add to list with tag, and I want to select my list, which is my Crazy Eye Marketing list, and then I want to do LM for lead magnet, and then shoe coupon. Okay, so if somebody opts in, they're going to be added to ActiveCampaign, my Crazy Eye Marketing list, and they're going to be given the tag LM shoe coupon. And later on, we're going to set up some automations to deal with this tag and everything. So you'll see what tags mean in more detail in one of these following videos. All right, so that's it for that particular one. So they'll fill out this form, and when they hit submit, it'll automatically go through this integration. So let's go back. And I do need to do it for both of my variations. So that's one thing to remember, is if you have multiple variations, you got to set it up for both of them. If you forget, well, it's not going to work. All right, so same concept though. Same coupon, and I'm doing shoe coupon. Okay, and save, and back. So that's my squeeze page, and if somebody fills out the form on there, they're getting that tag LM shoe coupon. Going on to the next page or step in my funnel is a welcome and pre-sale page. Now, I'm not adding any tags or anything like that on this page. It's just a welcome video. Hey, I just emailed you your coupon. Make sure you go check it. And then on the next page, we have these super awesome shoes that I'm sure you're going to want to buy with that coupon you just requested. Click the button below. Like, I don't need to tag anybody or do anything with that. Like, it's just a general page. All right, but order form, well, we got to go ahead and add a tag if somebody buys something, right? We want to make sure that we track that purchase. So let's go to our products real quick, and let's go ahead and edit our product. And we want to go to follow-up actions, and we want to trigger a follow-up action. So let's turn that on real quick, and then we can go ahead and select our integration. And what we want to go ahead and do is add to list with tag. So then we want to select our list, Crazy Eye Marketing, and select from tags in ActiveCampaign. And I'm just going to do purchase shoes. And then save and close. So now if somebody purchases my product, they're going to be given that tag purchase shoes. That's going to be added to their ActiveCampaign profile. Let me go back to my order form real quick, because we have another option here. And we've got to go to overview. And we're going to go ahead and edit my page as well. And so right here we have a two-step order form, right? So I've said this several times throughout this course, but if somebody fills out step 1 here and hits this button to go to step 2, well, that saves their contact information. So where it saves it is over here in the settings and integration. So whatever integration you have set up here, it's where it's going to push their contact information from this step here. So let's go ahead and set that up. So add to list with tag, and we want to add it to our list, our Crazy Eye Marketing list. And this one I'm going to call it lead and shoes. So basically, as soon as somebody fills out this form, step 1 right here, and hits go to step 2, they're going to be added to my Crazy Eye Marketing list with the tag lead shoes. So hopefully you're starting to see how people can be segmented. So they request a lead magnet, they're given the tag LM shoes. So we know that they've made it that far. And then if they come in here and they have the tag lead shoes, then we know that they filled out step 1 of our two-step order form. And then if they have the tag purchase shoes, we know that they've purchased the shoes. So they've gone through this order form and they've done like all 3 steps, right? Hopefully you're seeing how we could kind of track people with these tags. So let's go ahead and go back and go through the rest of our funnel. So now we have our OTO 1 page, and we want to go ahead and connect our product here. So if somebody purchases our OTO of shoelaces, we want to go ahead and tag them. So we'll go to follow-up actions, and we want to go to trigger follow-up action, and ActiveCampaign integration, add to list with tag, and select our list, and we've got purchase shoelaces. Oops, shoelaces. Okay, save and close. Cool. Now we'll go to downsell page and go to products and edit. And these are shoelaces as well. They're just 30% off. So that's our downsell. We were offering a little discount on our shoelaces. And add to list with tag. And we want crazy marketing. And then purchase shoelaces. Okay, so same tag as our OTO because same product. Save and close. And then we've got OTO number 2 here. And let's go ahead and add our product and edit. And let's go to follow-up actions and switch this switch. Select our ActiveCampaign integration. Add to list with tag and crazy marketing. And this is purchase shoe cleaner, right? And then save and close. So hopefully you're seeing how these tags are, how we're assigning these tags based off of their actions. Let me go ahead and flip this into test mode and we'll go through it real quick and I'll show you what the tags look like inside of ActiveCampaign. So flip in test mode, save. I'm going to copy my funnel link and let me open Edge. It's a whole different browser, cleared cache, all that other stuff. We don't want anything muddling our investigation here. So we'll go to our funnel. And I was brought to variation B here, so that's kind of cool, right? So now I should go ahead and request my lead magnet. So this is Nathan test 1. And we'll do Nathan plus test 1 at crazymarketing.com. And let me delete that out of there. Okay, so we'll get guide. So now we should have the lead magnet tag applied to our account. Let me go over and check out ActiveCampaign real quick. And let me refresh it real quick. And we see now I have 2 contacts. So I'm going to come to contacts. And there we go, Nathan test 1. So let me click into my account real quick. And I see I have LM shoe coupon assigned. And in the following videos, we're going to set up some automations to handle these different tags. But I just wanted to show you how tags go from ClickFunnels into ActiveCampaign and how you can kind of see that flow, okay? So let's go back and keep going through our funnel. So we don't have any tags being applied to our account here, right? We were just saying, hey, thank you for your requesting the coupon. Click here to go to the next page. And now we want to go ahead and buy the shoes, okay? So we'll grab our test information and you see it brought over our contact, our name and email address, so somebody doesn't have to fill that out again, so that's pretty cool, right? And then we got shipping, address, and city, and state, and zip code, and country, and go to step 2. So remember what I said, when they click go to step 2, that should have submitted the tag that's called lead shoes, right? So let's go back to ActiveCampaign real quick and see if it went into our account. So let's refresh it and we should see lead shoes in our as a tag. And there it is, lead shoes. So now we can do some other automation, segmentation type of stuff now that we know this bit of information. All right, let's keep going through our funnel and see if it works. All right, so our test credit card information, throw in a date, throw in this, and I'll go ahead and complete order. Now this should add the tag purchase shoes, right? All right, so now I'm on my OTO 1 page, so cool, very cool. Now I should have that purchase tag right on my profile. Let me come over here and check it out. And there we go. So we see purchase shoes. So sweet. We can basically visualize this person going through the funnel and buying things, right? And then we can go ahead and trigger automations based off of tags that are added, and we're going to add automations later on in another video of this course. So let's keep going through the funnel process. So we know that there's a downsell after OTO 1, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this one down for now. And here's our downsell page, and if I come back over here, we shouldn't have any purchase shoelaces, right? Because we didn't purchase any shoelaces. So no shoelaces were added, so cool, that seemed to work, right? Let's go back over, and let's go ahead and buy our shoelaces now. And so yes, let's buy those shoelaces. All right, very cool. And then we got our OTO2 for our shoe cleaning kit. I think that's what I called it. So shoe cleaning kit, yes or no? Well, let me check the shoelaces first. Did we get the shoelaces? added to our ActiveCampaign profile and purchase. And no, we don't have it on our account yet. Now, sometimes it takes a couple seconds or minutes for it to shoot over an ActiveCampaign. So we'll wait a second. Let me refresh again. Maybe it's already here. And hopefully it'll be here. Okay, there we go. So it just took a couple seconds to come over here. So purchase shoelaces. So sweet, that seemed to work. Now let's go back and do the last product and our shoe cleaning kit. So we'll go ahead and purchase it as well. And wait for it to load. And so there we go. We got our red shoes, shoelaces, shoe cleaner. We got everything we ever wanted for our shoes. And for the last check, let's go back to ActiveCampaign. And I'll go ahead and refresh it real quick. And hopefully we got a shoe kit in here. Not in here yet. Again, might take a couple seconds or minutes to get in here. And still not in here. While we wait, I'm just going to go back and make sure that it's configured. And I'm sure it's just taking a few minutes, but just to double check things out, we'll come in here to our product and follow-up action. And we have ActiveCampaign, goes to Crazy Marketing, purchase shoe cleaner. So should be coming over. It's just taking a minute. So we verified it should be working. And there we go. It popped in now. So it just takes a minute or two, no big deal. But that is pretty awesome, right? So now we've seen like the entire funnel flow with this individual, and we can do all sorts of crazy cool automations and segmenting and all this other stuff, because now we know exactly what they purchased, what they opted in for, that they became a lead. Like we could trigger an automation for this lead one for cart abandonment. I mean, we trigger an automation for them opting in for the shoe coupon. We can trigger automations by what they purchased. So if they purchased shoes but then didn't purchase shoe cleaner, maybe we send them an email saying, hey, you got these shoes and we offered you shoe cleaner and you didn't buy it, but maybe you do want it, so here's another link to go buy it. So we do all sorts of crazy cool stuff now that we have all these tags applied to their profile. So ActiveCampaign is super awesome, really powerful, and we're going to get into some of this automation stuff in the following videos, but hopefully you can see how it's working and how these tags are being applied to their account as individuals go through the funnels. And that is it for this particular video. Alright, in this video we're going to go ahead and set up a real basic automation. Again, this is just an introduction to ActiveCampaign and ClickFunnels. If you want to learn more ActiveCampaign, I have a course on it. If you're a member of the Vault, you have full access to it already. If you're not a member of the Vault, let me know. I'll send you a great discount on the ActiveCampaign course so you can really wrap your head around all the fancy automations you can do in it. Alright, so we're going to do a real basic automation. Basically, if somebody opts in for our lead magnet, which in our example is a coupon for some shoes, they're going to start getting some emails that are directing them to the sales page to go buy those shoes, use that coupon, etc., buy the shoes, and all that other stuff. So we'll send them some emails, some sales emails, and then if they buy the shoes, we'll send them an order confirmation email, right? And also, if they buy the shoes, we want to stop this automation over here because we don't want to keep trying to sell them when they already bought something. So that's basically what we're going to do here, is real simple, like 2 automation setup. So let's go over to ActiveCampaign and get it started. So I want to go to automations, and I want to go ahead and create an automation, and I'm going to go ahead and start it from scratch and continue. And for my start trigger, I want to do when a tag is added. That's how I start almost all my automations, is when a tag is added. So we'll hit continue. And in this particular case, it's when LM shoe coupon is added, right? So when the shoe coupon tag is added to their profile, we want to run this automation. I'm just going to run it. Well, I'll run it multiple times. That's fine, because maybe they'll request a coupon again and again and again. Who knows? People are crazy. So anyway, I'm not going to segment anything right after the start, but I'll go ahead and add start. All right, what I want to go ahead and do now is send an email. So when they get into this automation, the first thing I want to do is send them the coupon, right? So shoe coupon email 1. So right now I'm naming my email. So basically it's a way for me to keep my ActiveCampaign account organized. The user is not going to be able to see this information, just me. So I name it the name of the tag that triggers automation. So LM shoe coupon is what triggers this automation here. And then this is just email 1 in my series of emails. So I'll go ahead and create. And now we can go ahead and select a template. So, you can select one of the pre-built templates ActiveCampaign's already made, or you can build from scratch or select one of your own templates, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to build from scratch with this newsletter and generate subject lines, whatever. They're trying to help you out or whatever. So sender details, from name, from email address, email subject line. Here's your shoe coupon. All right, cool. Self-explanatory stuff right there. And this is the ActiveCampaign email builder. It is a WYSIWYG editor, so what you see is what you get. Right across the top, you see the different options. You can change the background, link colors, borders, alignment, width, etc. On the right-hand side, you have the different blocks you could use, like text block, images, buttons, videos, line breaks, spacers, RSS feed, social links, HTML block, etc. So you can go ahead and play around with it. It's pretty intuitive, self-explanatory, and of course, in the ActiveCampaign course, I go into a lot of details on it, but we're going to go quick here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this image. Yes. Click in here. So, hey. And then we'll go ahead and personalize it with the first name. Hey, first name. Here's your shoe coupon. Click here to get it. Nathan. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and grab a link to our order form page, right? Because we want to send people to our order form page. And where did I go? Okay, here we go. I'll go ahead and bold it, link it up, paste it in there, make this font bigger. There you go, that's super awesome. Hit next. And then I got some options here. So my subject line, pre-header text, so I could go ahead and change that. And this is a snippet of text that appears after the email subject line. If this field is left blank, the first line of your email will display. So you can change what people see in their email inbox. Pretty cool. From information, message name, address. So remember, we entered the address information. If you haven't done that yet, you could go ahead and add a new address right here. We can also do open/read tracking. You probably want to do that. You want to track opens. So that's a big metric for email marketing is open rate. You also probably want to track clicks. So again, another big metric to know if your emails are getting opened and clicked on. That's pretty important stuff, because if they're not, you probably need to send something else. Reply tracking. So if you want to track replies, you could turn this on. If you don't need to track replies, leave this turned off, because it can hurt email deliverability. So just a word of warning, the only time you want to use reply tracking is if you really, really, really want to track replies. Otherwise, keep that turned off. Google Analytics, you'll want to turn this on. Remember, ClickFunnels plays nicely with those UTM parameters. So on that stats page of your funnel, like you can pull stats based off of UTM parameters, and UTM parameters are like Google Analytics parameters. So if you turn on Google Analytics here in ActiveCampaign, you could see stats within ClickFunnels for ActiveCampaign activity, if that makes sense, hopefully. All right, so let's go ahead and rename this Google Analytics campaign name. Usually I just name it the name of the automation. So I delete that email one off of there and just leave it the name of the automation, which is the name of the tag that actually triggers the automation. Hopefully you see how I try and keep everything organized by keeping these same names, and hopefully you do that too. So hit done. We can go ahead and desktop preview it real quick, make sure it looks good. Okay, so yep, that's a pretty ugly email, but it's what we're going for. And also we got spam check and we passed. Now just because you passed spam check doesn't mean your emails are going to wind up on the inbox, but you have a better chance of winding up in the inbox. So anyway, good enough for this example. We'll go ahead and finish, and we'll go ahead and save. And then let me go ahead and name this automation. Again, LM shoe coupon. Name it the same name as the tag and so on. If we want to send another email, we'll go to conditions and workflow, wait, specified period of time, and wait some days. We'll just wait 1 day. We're going to go ahead and send another email, and I'm going to go ahead and copy and edit my email one. I want the same format, same colors and all that other stuff, even though it's very plain right now. But hey, first name, yesterday you requested a shoe coupon, but it doesn't look like you used it. Click here to get it. Okay, cool. Don't forget your shoe coupon. All right, cool. Super good copy. All right, next. And I'm gonna name this email 2. Want to double check my Google Analytics settings. Looks good. Everything else looks good. Finish. All right, cool. This looks amazing to me. Let me go ahead and add another wait and wait 1 day. And then I'm gonna do add a tag. And I go to contacts here, add a tag, and I'll add my main series. So how I set up my ActiveCampaign is I have a main series, which is like my main informational based automation or series of emails. So I send emails with helpful articles and content and things of that nature. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm setting up a lead magnet automation, and then as they go through this automation towards the end, I put them on my general autoresponder series that gives them, helpful content and builds that relationship with them and so on. Now, I'm not building a main series in this course here, but in my ActiveCampaign course, I build a main series and I talk all about the strategy behind it. So if you want to learn more, check out that course. So anyway, that's how I would set up my lead magnet automation. And one last thing I would go ahead and do is I would add a goal here. So basically the goal of this automation, of course, is to sell our pair of shoes, right? That's the goal of this automation. So we want to add a goal step, and we'll call it purchase and shoes. So this is the name of the tag that's added when they buy shoes, right? So that's why I'm naming it the goal that. Hopefully that's making some sense. You keep everything named the same and you follow the same naming conventions, and it makes your life easier. Trust me, I've learned the hard way. All right, so we want to jump to this action when the following conditions are met. So tag exists, and then we got purchase shoes. So when the tag purchase shoes is added to their profile, then the goal has been reached. Pretty cool, right? So contact has tag purchase shoes. And when this goal is below the contact's position or anywhere. Now, how goals work is when somebody reaches a goal, they jump straight to that goal. Now, in our case, we want the goal to be below the contact's position, right? So they jump down our automation versus if it's anywhere, like if they were already past the goal, they could jump back up to the goal, and that would obviously mess some things up. Okay, so for our particular case, when somebody reaches a goal, we only want it to fire if they haven't passed the goal yet, right? Hopefully that's making some sense. So trigger this conversion when the goal is achieved. So you'd have to set up conversions, and this is a upgraded feature of ActiveCampaign. The light plan does not include conversions, so don't worry about it. If the contact does not meet the goal conditions, we can continue anyway, wait until the conditions are met, or end this automation. I'm going to continue anyway because I want to go ahead and wait another day and then add them to my main series, whether they buy the shoes or not buy the shoes. Okay, so just to recap this automation, it's going to start when they request the shoe coupon. We're going to send them a shoe coupon, trying to get them to buy the shoes. We're going to wait a day, and then we're going to send another email, be like, hey, you didn't buy the shoes yet. Now, if they bought the shoes, they're going to automatically jump down to this goal. So if they open up email 1, go buy the shoes, they'll automatically jump down to the goal. They'll skip over email number 2, so we don't keep sending them, hey, buy shoes when they already bought the shoes. So they'll automatically skip over email 2 and go to this goal. They'll wait a day and then go into our main series. And then even if they don't buy the shoes, they'll just pass this goal, go to the 1 day, and then go to the main series. Last thing to do here is go ahead and activate our automation. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And we're good to go on this first automation here. So this automation here that's selling the shoes, we got that set up. Now let's go ahead and set up our next one, the purchase automation, real quick. And this is going to be a quick automation. So let's go to automations. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to clone this automation. Yes, copy. And I'm going to edit the automation. And sometimes ActiveCampaign gets stuck when you copy things. It takes a little longer to copy things, so sometimes you just got to refresh it, and there we go. So this one is the purchase shoes automation. Let me go ahead and change my tag. So purchase shoes. Okay. And this could run multiple times as well. And let's go ahead and update this email. Hey, first name, thank you for buying the shoes. We will ship them soon. Woohoo, awesome. Okay, so there's our email. And I did not edit my subject line, so let's edit that real quick. Thanks for buying shoes. Okay, next. And let's go ahead and rename this to purchase shoes, same email address, reply tracking, link tracking. All that's turned off now because we don't have any links in our emails. So that's why these options have been disabled. So I'll go ahead and finish. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete out email 2 here. I don't need it because this is a one email. Thank you for purchasing. I don't need a goal here because that doesn't make any sense. I don't need to wait this one day. And just for the sake of argument, I'm going to leave this here, wait for one day, and add tag main series. Now, I basically have 2 emails that are going to add that tag main series, but once a tag is added to a profile, it's on there. Like it's not going to trigger multiple automations or anything like that by adding multiple tags. So we can have this add tag main series multiple times, and it's not going to mess anything up. And again, take the ActiveCampaign course if you want to learn more about this. Let me go ahead and turn this automation on now, of course, because we need it to work. And also, let me go to view emails real quick. And we see that we have that old email in here since I cloned the automation. I'm going to delete it out of here just for so I don't get confused later on. So let me go ahead and delete that out of there. So I only have the one email in my automation. So that's just something to be mindful of when you're cloning things, is you want to make sure you change everything that needs to be changed. All right, so there's one last step here that I want to go ahead and do. And basically, since I'm handling emails with ActiveCampaign, I want to make sure that all my fulfillment emails are turned off, right? Like I don't want to be sending a fulfillment email from ClickFunnels here and then also an email from ActiveCampaign, or people are going to get too many emails and they're going to get confused and all that other stuff. So we want to come in here and just double check your fulfillment emails to make sure they're all turned off. So let's edit our products real quick and go to fulfillment email, and we see it's turned off here, so that's good. Let's go to OTO1 real quick, products, edit, fulfillment email. Oh, we see that this is turned on, so they would have got an email talking about ClickFunnels course, so that would have been confusing. So let's save and close that. We don't need that turned on. And let's go to products and edit and follow-up email, and that one's turned off. And OTO2, products, and edit, and fulfillment email, and that's turned off as well. So I just wanted to point that out real quick to make sure that you have your fulfillment emails turned off if you're running, emails through ActiveCampaign. Also, you might want to check your automations tab. Like if you set up some automation somewhere, like we did here, you probably want to delete this as well. So that way, you're not spamming people from various sources, right? Hopefully that's making some sense. And if you test your funnel, which we're going to do later on, we're going to test the funnel, make sure it works like we think it's going to work and all that other stuff. You would see if you're getting multiple emails or not, and hopefully now you know where to go to turn them off. So you got those fulfillment emails, you got these automation emails, and then you got emails in ActiveCampaign now. So you got all sorts of places emails can shoot out of. And you want to make sure that they're shooting out of wherever you expect them to come from. And so that's really it for this video. I know it's kind of a lot of content probably, but we just set up 2 automations. An automation that delivered the lead magnet and then it's trying to sell some shoes, and then an automation if they buy the shoes. So it's pretty simple concept. And of course you can do a whole lot more with ActiveCampaign, but at least you're getting some of the basics down now. In this video, we're going to talk about advanced order tracking, and this is essentially an optional feature. You only need it if you want to track this information. So when you're connected from ClickFunnels into ActiveCampaign and somebody goes through and orders products, the only information that ClickFunnels pushes into ActiveCampaign is a person's first and last name, their email address, their phone number, and it also push tags to the individual's profile. But if you want to keep track of like shipping information or billing information, or you could do this thing called a sticky one-click upsell, which I'm going to have the next video be about sticky one-click upsells. But if you want to do some more fancy stuff or track that billing and shipping information inside of ActiveCampaign, this video is for you. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we need to add some custom fields here in ActiveCampaign to be able to accept that information. So we'll go to lists real quick, and then we're going to go to manage fields. And I'm actually going to add a group real quick just to keep things grouped. So I'll say billing info and create. And then here I could go ahead and add fields. So we'll say billing address, and then I'll throw it in my billing info, and I'm going to leave it as a text input and add. And then add field, and we'll say billing, and throw it in my billing group and text input. And add another one, billing state, and billing info, and leave it like that. And I'm going to change this one to billing street. So let me change this personalization tag to street. All right, there we go. Billing street, and add billing zip, and billing info, add, and then add a field, and billing country, and billing info, and add. So there's all my billing information right here, and of course I could create another group that includes shipping information, so you could keep track of both billing and shipping information, but for the sake of time I'm not going to add a whole bunch of extra fields. I think you get the point of how to create a group and then add fields to that group, but I do want to create a CFUVID field as well, and this is a custom value that ClickFunnels generates, and it's unique to each customer that you have. And basically what it does is it allows ClickFunnels to find a payment profile in your payment processor, like Stripe. So what that means is, like, if you have their CFUVID, then you can append that value, you can attach that value to a link, and that link could be used to serve as like a one-click upsell and generate profiles and do all sorts of other stuff. And we're doing that one-click upsells, the sticky one-click upsells, in the next video, so you'll see exactly what I mean. But since we're in here creating fields, let's set up that CFUVID option. So I'm going to do add field, and I'm going to just call it CFUVID. I'm going to leave it in the general details field here because it is kind of like a general information for this contact. It's not billing or shipping information. So we got some custom fields now, and now what we need to do is use a tool called Zapier to basically take the information from ClickFunnels and push it into ActiveCampaign. And there's a few different pricing options available for Zapier. There is a free plan, which comes with 100 tasks a month, so if you're a little bit smaller of a business, you could do this for free. Or if you need to upgrade, $20, $50, $300, and so on. So depending how much tasks you need, and if it's worth it for you. Maybe you don't need to track their billing and shipping information inside of ActiveCampaign, and then you don't need to do this at all. So anyway, I'm just showing you some fancier features is what I'm trying to get to here. So let's go ahead and we'll get started real quick. So Nathan plus CF course V4 at crazyimarketing.com, and I'll go ahead and sign up, get started for free. And I'm going to go ahead and skip this tour because I don't need it right now. All right, so now they want me to fill out some information about myself, and I'm going to skip this too. And I'm just going to get straight into the application. And what I want to do first is come up here and create a zap. So a zap is what they call it when you take information from one program, i.e. ClickFunnels, and you zap it over to another program, i.e. ActiveCampaign. So Zapier makes those connections for you, so you don't need to know any code or anything like that. Like it's drag and drop basically. You'll see exactly how it works. So we'll do make a zap, and we need to click or select our action app. So what we want to go ahead and do is look for ClickFunnels, because that's the one we're going to be looking for. So we're choosing ClickFunnels, and we want to look for a new successful purchase, because that's when we capture their contact information, their billing and shipping information. And we'll hit continue. And we got to go ahead and connect our ClickFunnels account. So let's go ahead and click that and authorize it. And okay, cool, we got it. So what do we want to track? We got to pick the funnel we're going to track, and I'm going to track my course front end funnel right here. And then we got to select the step we want to track, and I'm tracking my order form step because that's where they enter all their payment information. And I'll hit continue. And then we got to go ahead and test our make sure we can find the data or the data. And we found it. So if I click in here, I can click and look at what data it pulled in. So I can come up in here and see, pulled in all this information when I connected my account. And here's like the contact information that we were looking for. So you see that it pulled in like my first name, last name, address information. So here's all that billing information and so on. So this is what we're going to wind up pushing into ActiveCampaign. Oh, and there's the CFUVID value too. So here we go. So you can see kind of like what got pulled out of ClickFunnels. Now we come down here and we got to select our next app, which is going to be ActiveCampaign. So this is what we're pushing the information to. So ActiveCampaign, and we choose our action. What we want to do is create/update a contact and continue. And we got to sign into ActiveCampaign as well. And it's asking us for our API information. So let's go back to our account and we want to go to settings and developer. So this is the same API information that we pushed into ClickFunnels a little while ago. So we got our URL and then we got our key. So I'll paste both of those in here and continue. And okay, cool. All right, so now we got to select the list we're going to push this person to. So I'm going to push them to my Crazy Eye Marketing list. And then we got to push their email address, right? Because we got to have that information. So we got their email address right here. And then we got first name, last name, full name, phone number. Now ClickFunnels is going to push that information on our behalf. So we don't really need to set it up in the Zapier if we don't want to. But for the sake of example, I'm just going to do it. So you see kind of how Zapier works. So there's first name, there's last name, phone number. We can type in phone, kind of search for it. And I didn't collect the phone number on my order form. That's why we're not seeing any values in here. But the field we want to select is contact, profile, phone. So that's the one we're going to go with. And if I had a phone number, it would enter it. Now I could also push tags with Zapier, but again, I'm doing that with ClickFunnels. I'm pushing the purchase tags, so I don't need to push any tags. I got organizational name, so if I have that somewhere, I could push that as well. And here's the stuff I set up, the billing information, so address. So I got contact address here. So this is the billing information. And I actually want to go with the contact. For some reason, you want the contact stuff. The other stuff works sometimes, but some variables it doesn't work with. Like the CFUVID variable, like you need the contact one, I believe. And so you want the contact one just to be sure. Okay, so contact profile address versus contact profile shipping address. This is the shipping address. This is the billing address. This is the shipping address. So just to keep things straight, that's how you can tell the difference. So city. Oops, I gotta do the search city. Let's see, contact profile city. Okay, there we go. And let me make sure I delete that out of there. Okay. All right, state, and we want contact profile state, probably something along those lines. Contact profile state. Okay. And then we need zip, and I did the same thing again. Search is down here, zip. Okay, contact profile zip. Okay. Oops. I need to go back real quick. And now country. So country and contact profile country. Cool. And then the UVID. I keep typing it up there. UVID. All right, contact profile CFUVID. See how there's a value here on the contact profile version, whereas like this other stuff is null. That's why like you need that contact one, because for some reason some of them are null and you don't want stuff to mess up basically. All right, so we'll hit continue now. And so it gives us a preview of like the information it's going to push into ActiveCampaign. I can hit test and continue. And now I can go over to ActiveCampaign and go to my contacts, and I'll open my profile here, and we see now that I have that CFUVID value in my profile. There it is. And then if I scroll down, we have my billing info right here. So I got all my billing information right here in one place. And so that's pretty cool stuff, right? because now I could go ahead and use ActiveCampaign and use webhooks and push it to like a direct mail service. So I could push this contact information. They'll automatically send postcards or mailing letters or whatever else to my customers, and I could really automate all my outreach now because I have all their contact information in one database. And so the very last step you probably want to go ahead and do is come over here, and since it's all testing out well, you want to go ahead and make sure you turn your Zap on so that it works. And we could go ahead and name it. So this would be push billing info to ActiveCampaign front end funnel, or whatever, so that way you know which funnel this one's for, and then we can go back out to our Zaps, and there we go. So now we have connected ClickFunnels to ActiveCampaign, and it's pushing even more customer information. In this video, we're going to do an advanced tactic where we're going to use that CFUVID value that we sent from ClickFunnels to Zapier to ActiveCampaign in that last video. So we're going to use that value to redirect people back to our OTO2 page. Because let's say, for example, we really want to sell OTO number 2, and if they don't buy OTO number 2, we want to try and sell it to them again. So if we use that CFUVID value and we send that individual to OTO2 page, they could still use that page as a one-click upsell. So they'd go right back to that page, they could click yes right there, they don't have to enter their payment information in again or anything like that, because we have that CFUVID value, and that associates their account with their credit card information, and it lets you be able to do the one-click upsell functionality. So that's what we're essentially going to set up here, is just another like automation to get people back to OTO2 page that did not buy OTO number 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the strategy we're using is called sticky one-click upsells, and ClickFunnels has an article on it and a video training on it. Now, they tell you how to do it within their platform instead of ActiveCampaign, but the same concept applies. So between this video that you're watching right now with me and this article here, hopefully you can understand how sticky upsells work and how you could apply them to your business and your funnels. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. First things first, I'm going to go over to my automations real quick. And we have this purchase shoes automation. So basically, if they purchase our front end product, right, they purchase shoes, here, we're going to send them the order confirmation email, but we're going to basically change that automation to point people to OTO number 2 instead of just the order confirmation. So let's go into purchase shoes, and I want to go ahead and change this first email real quick. So let's go ahead and edit this email. So thank you for buying shoes. We will ship them soon. Okay, not shop them either. Ship them soon. Okay, real good copy. Let me go ahead and duplicate this block real quick. And I'm actually going to duplicate it again, and you'll see why in just a second here. I'm going to delete out my name here, and I'm going to say, also, if you haven't seen already, you can grab our shoe cleaning kit at 50% off. Yay, something like that, right? Good copy. And click here now. Whoa, that's cool. Okay, now I'm going to delete that out of there. And then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to go ahead and leave Nathan in there. All right, so there's my signature. Now I'm going to go ahead and make this a conditional block. So ActiveCampaign is pretty cool because you can do conditional statements and things of that nature. So let's go in here and make conditional. And basically, we want to say if they don't have the tag does not exist, purchase shoe cleaner. So that's the tag for our OTO number 2 is shoe cleaner. If they purchase shoe cleaner, then they've purchased OTO number 2. But if they have not purchased it, then they won't have this tag, right? So basically, this little block of text right here will only show if the tag purchase shoe cleaner does not exist. So that's pretty cool, right? So they'll only see this little blurb in here, this little message, if they have not purchased shoe cleaner. And then if they have purchased shoe cleaner, this blurb won't show, and they'll just see the regular email of them telling them their shoes are going to be shipped soon. All right, now we need to go ahead and actually create this link here with the CFUVID value. Click here now. All right, to grab it, let's go click on here. We'll go to personalize, and we want to go to contacts, and we have this contact CFUVID. So this is like a merge tag. So we're going to copy, or actually I'm going to cut it real quick. And I want to come up in here and we'll bold it and we'll add a link. I'm going to throw that in there for now. And then I'm going to come back over to my funnel real quick. And I want to grab the link to my OTO number 2 page because that's where I'm sending somebody. And I want to grab this link right here and paste it in here. So we got that information. Then I'm going to go into this ClickFunnels page, and it says to make sure that you attach this to the end of your URL. So we're going to grab this value here, and so it'll look like this. So basically it's the link to my OTO2 page, and then the question mark CFUVID equals, and then the CFUVID merge tag from ActiveCampaign. So when ActiveCampaign processes this link right here, it's going to append that CFUVID value to the URL, so that way that whole connection with the payment processor and everything can be made, right? So this little blurb again, it's only going to show when they haven't purchased it, and it's going to be directing them back to our one-click offer, our OTO2 page. Pretty cool stuff, right? So I'm going to go ahead and save and exit real quick. And now I already have a wait 1 day, but I want to go ahead and add another email now that tries again to sell OTO number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this first email. And this time I'm going to change the copy a little bit. Hey, actually let me just copy this value. Hey, first name. And let me delete this conditional statement. And delete this conditional, or this block. And I can go ahead and now I can delete this one. So hey, first name, it looks like you still haven't purchased our shoe cleaning kit for 50% off. Click here now. Okay, cool. All right, then I can go ahead and enter this and say, don't miss out on the shoe kit. All right, cool. Next. And then we'll change this to email number 2. I can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on link tracking here. Okay, and then I also want to turn on Google Analytics. And this is purchase shoes automation. And I could go ahead and desktop preview it real quick, make sure it looks like I think it should. So yep, looks like I think it should. Pretty cool stuff. I'll hit finish now. And while I'm thinking about it, I should go double check my first email here and make sure those settings are all okay now. Since I've added a link to my email, I might have to make some changes here. So I do have to turn on link tracking now. And I also want to turn on Google Analytics and do purchase, capital, purchase shoes, and desktop preview, and cool, and finish. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add another conditional workflow statement of wait of 1 day, and I also want to add a goal here. So if they have purchased the shoe cleaning kit, I don't want them to receive, email number 2, because that's pretty salesy email. I'm saying, hey, you didn't buy the shoe kit, go buy it, right? So if they already did buy it, I don't want to, harass them to go buy it again. So I'm going to add a goal, and I'll say purchase shoe cleaner, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a goal. So if tag exists, and tag exist purchase shoe cleaner. So if they have this tag, that goal will be met. And I want to add another condition real quick, and I'll go with sent. So it has been sent, and then I want to go ahead and select my first email, purchase shoes email, because I do want them to receive that first email in this automation, because it says thank you for buying the shoes, they'll be shipped out soon, right? So I want them to have that email before they could accomplish this goal. So I just want to make sure that first email went out. I don't want them to accidentally, reach the goal before they even got that first email that thanks them for their purchase. So that's why we make sure that they got the first email. And then we check also to see if they have the purchase shoe cleaner tag. All right, and if they have both of those conditions met, then they'll have reached the goal. I want it below this context position, not doing anything with conversions. And I also want to continue anyway, so we'll hit save. And for one last thing in this particular automation, I'm going to add a wait at the very beginning here. I want to wait for 5 minutes. And so basically what this is going to do now is someone's going to go into my funnel, they purchase the shoes, right? They do my initial offer right here. They purchase the shoes off of this page, and then they're going to, which is going to trigger this automation, and then they're going to wait 5 minutes. And we're giving that person 5 minutes so that way they can go through OTO number 1, they can go through the downsell if they say no to OTO 1, and then they can go through OTO number 2 as well. So we estimate that'll take them about 5 minutes to get through our funnel. And so we want to give them that amount of time so they could go through and purchase OTO number 2 if they want it, right? In which case, that first email, that conditional block wouldn't show. So we want to give them time to go buy OTO number 2, and then we'll send them this email here saying thank you for buying the shoes. We'll ship them out soon, and then if they bought OTO 2, we don't send this block. Whereas if they did buy or they didn't buy OTO number 2, then this block will be included in the email, and it'll direct them right back to OTO number 2. And we got that special CFUVID information attached to it, which again connects the person's payment profile to their order, so that way they could go back and do a one-click upsell. And that is pretty much it for this video. I know I just threw a lot of information at you. And again, I have a full ActiveCampaign course. If you're a member of the Vault, please go check out that course if you want to learn more. And if you're not a member of the Vault, let me know. I'll give you a great price on the ActiveCampaign course because really powerful tool and you can do a whole lot with it. And this is just a little taste of everything that you can do. And I really hope that you found this video helpful. And we are live, so hey, it's Nathan Williams with Crazy Marketing, and today we're going to go ahead and connect ClickFunnels to ActiveCampaign and also issue a custom receipt. So let's get straight into it as I throw myself into the corner here. Boop, there we go. So here I am in ClickFunnels, and then I got my ActiveCampaign account open as well. And ActiveCampaign is a marketing automation tool, so you can send emails, text messages, webhooks, and webhooks can be used to connect to Zapier, which can connect to other applications. So you could send like direct mail or ringless voicemails or other cool things like that. So it's a very versatile marketing automation tool if you need one of those, and I highly recommend it. Works very well with ClickFunnels, as you're about to see. So let's go ahead and dive into it. First, we're going to set up the connection from ClickFunnels to ActiveCampaign, and then we'll set up the automations to deliver the emails and do those types of things. So here I am on my initial product page, and I want to go ahead and create an integration here. So select my integration and action. I want to add to a list with tag. Select a list. So I'll select my list, and then I'm going to call this, start all of my tags with GS for get some. So I remember that this is my get some funnel here. So get some, and this is a get some lead, or maybe I'll do this, lead get some. Let me copy that tag real quick and throw it into a document so I have it. Alright, so basically when somebody fills out this form right here, this is a 2-step order form on ClickFunnels. When they fill out step 1 and hit go to step 2, it's going to submit their name and email address, and if I had a phone field here, I would submit that as well over to ActiveCampaign. And it's going to add them to the list 80/20 living with the tag GS lead get some. So that's what's going to happen when they go to step 2. And then let's go back out of here. And we also want to add a tag if they actually purchase our get some supplement. So we got 1 bottle of get some, hit edit here, and wait for it to load, and go to email integration. And we select our integration method to use, add to list with tag, select our list, and then tag. So I'm going to do get some, and this will be new purchase, get some. So that's the tag I'm going to add when somebody purchases a bottle of get some from my order form. And I really need to fix my chair. It falls down every time I'm doing this. Oh, GS, new, oh. Need to be able to type better too. Get some, new purchase, get some. Okay. Wait. There we go. Get some. I put this in my notepad document as well. All right, same thing for 2 bottles of get some. Now I could go ahead and create a custom tag for the number of bottles that they're purchasing, but it's not important to me, so I'm using the same tag for whether they purchase 1 bottle, 2 bottles, or 3 bottles. So get some, new purchase, get some, okay. Edit. And email integration, and select my list, or my integration. Now select my list with tag, list, tag, boom. Update product. All right, moving on to OTO number 1 now. Got my products. And edit. And this is my get some monthly subscription. So let me go to email integration. Select my integration, add to list with tag, to list, and then this is GS, new purchase, get some monthly. Let me copy that tag, paste it over my document, update, product, and then I'll do my downsell now, and products. And downsell to 1 bottle of get some. Email integration, and we will go with my 80/20 living, add to list with tag, select my list, and this is get some, new purchase. I'll call it get some DS, get some downsell. Update product. Alright, so I got 4 tags that I'm creating here. So I have the get some lead get some when they fill out the step 1 of my 2-step order form. We're gonna get their information. I have get some new purchase get some, so when they buy or get some supplement on our initial offer page. I got get some new purchase get some monthly, so if they purchase our monthly subscription product. And then I have get some new purchase, get some DS downsell. So if they purchase our downsell product. So I can track now with these tags who bought what, and then I can create all sorts of different automations inside of ActiveCampaign to handle that type of information. So let's go over to ActiveCampaign and get started in here. So new automation, I'll build from scratch and continue. All right, and the first one I want to go ahead and build is our get some lead get some. So again, this is if they fill out the step 1 of the 2-step order form. So add start and runs once. I only want to run this automation 1 time, the first time that they fill out that form. If they fill out the form a couple times, that's fine. I don't want to run this automation every time they fill out the form. All right, so conditions and workflow, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for a specified period of time. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for 1 hour. So what this automation is essentially turning into is a cart abandonment automation. So they'll fill out step 1 here, right? Fill out step 1, hit go to step 2. It'll send their information to ActiveCampaign, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wait for 1 hour. And if they buy within that hour-long period, I'll have another automation that ends this automation that I'm currently creating. But if they don't buy within that hour, I'll send them a cart abandonment email. So that's what this automation is turning into. And I always name my automations the same name as the tag that starts them, so that way I can keep my stuff organized. So 1, hit the plus button, send email, create a new email, and I'll name my email, email 1, create. And I'll just use a design. Looks like you forgot to check out. Now I'm not going to write all the copy and content for all these emails, as you don't need to see all of that and go on right now. But I'll just give you that idea and concepts. So let me copy the link to my order form page. Be like, hey, first name, looks like you were about to purchase some, get some, but didn't. Here's the link to go buy it. Boom. Link to my order form page. Copy or add my link. All right, cool. Next. And cool. I'm not going to mess with any of these campaign settings. All right, and then if we want to send another cart abandonment email, we could go ahead and wait, maybe 23 hours. So exactly 1 day after they fill out the order form. Hit another send email. We can copy and edit this one. And change the text a little bit, change the subject line, etc. Finish. All right, and then we could go ahead and wait for maybe 2 days. And then we could add them to another automation, like our main series automation, which is the name that I call our main relationship building automation. And that sends, helpful emails and content that people like and consume and build, get to know, like, and trust you. So main series. Now, I don't have a main series automation now, but just for the sake of example, we'd send them to our Get Some main series, which builds a relationship with the customer, and hopefully they buy something later on down the road. All right, so that's our cart abandonment automation. Now let's get out of here and new automation and start from scratch and continue. And this is going to be our, if they purchase some Get Some. So new purchase, Get Some, runs multiple times. I want it to run every time they buy Get Some. So add start. Conditions and workflow. I want to end other automation. So I want to end that cart abandonment automation. If I can find it in here. Get Some, lead, Get Some. So if they buy it, we end the cart abandonment automation. Makes sense, right? Name my automation the same name as my tag that starts it. And then this one's going to actually, I'm gonna add a tag here to trigger another automation. Add tag, Get Some, new purchase. So this is a new tag that I'm gonna use to create another or trigger another automation off of, which we will build in a few minutes here. So add tag, Get Some, new purchase, okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and wait for 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a tag. And it's gonna be not that tag. Add tag. It's gonna be Get Some purchased Get Some. So instead of new purchase, it's purchased. They already performed the action. It's no longer a new purchase. They purchased it. So that way I can keep track of who's purchased Get Some and who hasn't. I'll hit save now. And then I'll also remove a tag. I'm gonna remove the tag new purchase Get Some. So we're adding the purchase tag and removing the new purchase tag. Hopefully that's making some sense. If not, it'll make sense when we create the new purchase automation. So this is this automation here. So when they buy, or they have the tag GS, so Get Some, new purchase, Get Some tag, we're going to end the Get Some automation, the lead one, the cart abandonment one. We're going to add the tag GS new purchase, which is going to trigger another automation that we're going to build. Then we're going to wait for 20 minutes, and then we're going to we're going to add the tag purchased Get Some, and we're going to remove the tag new purchase Get Some. All right, so that's how this automation is created, and it'll come together in a minute when we create that new purchase automation. So we got new purchase Get Some. I'm actually going to copy this one so we can reuse it. Yep, edit automation. And we're going to use this same flow essentially for our Get Some monthly tag. Get Some monthly, okay. And we can remove this because we're not gonna exit the automation when they buy that, because we're already exiting it when they buy the product on the initial offer page. All right, so add tag. And we're gonna keep this new purchase tag going on because we're gonna trigger that automation. We're gonna wait for 20 minutes. Then we gotta add the tag purchased. So we got purchased, get some monthly. And we wanna remove the tag, new purchase, get some monthly. Save, okay. And then we'll back out of here. And we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this automation real quick. And we gotta create one for our downsell. So let's throw that in here. Get some new purchase, get some downsell. Get some new purchase, get some downsell. We're gonna keep this add tag GS new purchase. We're going to add the tag purchased, so we can keep track of who purchased our downsell and who did not. Save. Oh, we want to delete that new out of here. Purchased. And then remove tag, new purchase. Save. All right, let's come back out to our automations. So we've got 4 automations now. We got a lead one, so this is our cart abandonment one. And then we have new purchases for all the products in our funnel. So get some monthly, and get some downsell. Now we need a purchase automation to deliver that custom receipt that I talked about at the beginning of this video. So new automation, start from scratch, continue. And this is gonna start when the get some tag is added. Continue. Get some new purchase. We want to run this multiple times. Add start. And we'll go ahead and paste or name our automation the same name as a tag. And then we're going to go ahead and wait for 15 minutes. And the reason we're waiting for 15 minutes is to give people time to go through our funnel and hopefully buy our OTOs, our upsells, and our downsells. So we're giving them 15 minutes to go through our funnel. If it's gonna take less time, we could do 10 minutes, 5 minutes. If you think it'll take them only 5 minutes to get through your funnel, whatever, however long you think it takes somebody. I usually go 15 minutes. That's a safe amount of time for somebody to go through your funnel and make the purchases. So wait for 15 minutes, and then we want to go ahead and send an email. Create an email to get started. Go ahead and name it email 1. Create. And just select a template real quick. Info about your order. Continue. Turn off caps lock real quick. All right, so we can do some cool stuff in here now. So, hi, first name, here's information about your order. All right, so we'll create that right there. Let's delete this PS line and this block out of here, this button. All right, and let's go ahead and duplicate this content block a couple times. And we'll delete the signature. And now this is going to be a conditional block. So we hover over the block, hit the little gear icon, and do make conditional. And we want to display this block if a tag exists, tag equals, and then we want the new purchase get some. So if they had the new purchase get some tag, we're going to display this content block. So your order of get some will be on its way in 2 days. So if the person has the tag GS new purchase get some exists, they're gonna see this line of text in their email. Now let's come down here. Your monthly subscription of get some starts in 30 days. And we could actually make this a conditional block. Let's see. Date somewhere in here. Date. I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. Today's date plus or minus some days, 30 days. Okay. Cool. So now we got a little personalization field in there. Your monthly subscription starts then. We'll delete this other stuff out of here. Then we got to set up our condition. Click the little gear icon. Make conditional. So if tag exists, and this is our get some monthly, new purchase, get some monthly. Okay. And then we've got our get some downsell. And we'll go with your discounted bottle of get some will be on its way in 2 days. Obviously, you'd want to make sure your language makes sense for whatever you're offering, but you get the idea. Make conditional, and tag exists, and we got GS, new purchase, get some DS, right there. Okay. And then we can wrap this email up with our signature block. So this is what our custom receipt could look like here. So we got, hi, first name, here's information about your order. This will be shown to everyone who gets this email. And then we have our first conditional block, which this little block right here of text, your order of get some will be on its way in 2 days, will appear if the tag GS new purchase get some exists. And then coming on down here, we got this block will show only if they have ordered the monthly subscription. And this block right here will only show if they've ordered the downsell. And then this block right here will show to everybody that gets the email. So that's how you can go ahead and kind of create a custom receipt based off of what individuals have ordered from ClickFunnels. And we'll go to next now. And finish. And then we'll go ahead and end this automation up. So we'll go with contacts, remove a tag, and we'll want to remove the GS new purchase tag. So the same tag that starts this automation, we want to go ahead and remove it so that way they can get the tag added back to their profile, which will trigger this automation again. So if somebody already has this tag on their profile, like it's not going to, you can't add a tag a bunch of times to the same person. They can only have the tag or they don't have the tag. So if you want to trigger an automation multiple times with a tag, you need to remove it in order to re-trigger the automation. So that's one thing to note. Make sure you remove your tag so that way you can restart automations. So as I was editing this video to upload it to YouTube, I realized that I left out a key element during my live stream. So the get some new purchase automation, so your new purchase automation should end by adding the main series tag. Just like that cart abandonment automation, we ended it with the main series tag. We want our new purchase automation to also end with the main series tag. And the main series, again, is the automation that sends out helpful content and information, and also more information about different products and services that we offer. So we're trying to build a relationship while simultaneously gauging our subscribers' interests and recommending products and services that they might be interested in. So we're trying to get them into other micro sales funnels that we've developed. And that's the point of the main series. So if they abandon the cart or they buy something or they opt in for a lead magnet or anything like that, we're going to add people to our main series. So we want to make sure that we do add them to our main series if they buy. So let's go ahead and add that real quick. So we'll go ahead and wait for 1 or 2 days after they buy. And we'll go ahead and add the tag, add a tag, GS, main series, and save. And so there we go. That's what the new purchase automation should look like, ending it by adding people to our main series automation. And that's it for this video. Hopefully this has been helpful in helping you connect ClickFunnels to ActiveCampaign and issuing a custom receipt to your customers. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed the training. Now I have a quick special offer for you. So if you want a digital copy as well as an audio copy of my book here, as well as 20 pre-written emails to make your email copywriting a piece of cake. And I also have a 7-figure funnel. It's the first funnel that I built that generated over 7 figures of revenue for a small business. And the funnel includes a course on how to set it up and also how to actually sell that funnel to small businesses. So if you're interested in starting a digital marketing agency, that course and that funnel are an ideal option for you. And there's a bunch of other benefits and stuff, bonuses and stuff. Anyway, link in the description down below, or there's going to be a little button probably up here in the video if you're interested in checking it out. Yeah, just check it out if you're interested. And other than that, I hope you have a great rest of the day.